Hello and welcome to May's ICAAR Update. I'm Jared Ruth, your president of ICAAR, and I'm here with Megan Fluellen, our CEO. Today we'll be covering NAR stats and local stats, team registration for our upcoming Bags Tournament, NAR REALTOR Volunteer Days, and much more. So let's get into it. Important information coming out of NAR with some statistics. So Q1 2026, national housing market, generally seeing steady, healthy growth. And let's talk about some of these stats. Megan, what has NAR reported?
So NAR is reporting that across the Midwest, the median existing single-family home price is coming in at just over $308,000. That is an increase from last year, so it's going up about 3.6%. So we like to kind of compare that to what we're seeing locally, right? Mm-hmm. Locally, our median home price is coming in lower than that Midwest trend overall. We're coming in at $295,000. And how does that compare to this time last year? We're decreasing just slightly. So this is down 1.7% from where we were last year, but not a huge difference overall, right?
Right. And what that means for our realtor members and what y'all are seeing out there is rising home prices continue helping many homeowners build equity and long-term wealth. Our local market remains affordable, comparable to some of those areas. You see the difference between the median national home price and the median local price, so that's great news for buyers. The slight local price decrease could create some extra competition and maybe more balance and flexibility for these buyers. So the local impact, I would say we're seeing a stable market. While prices did not increase overall locally, we're seeing a small number of properties available on the market, so lower inventory, and those properties are listed, selling quicker than they did last year. So a little bit less appreciation, but maybe a stronger market. And what this means if you're looking to buy or sell, obviously check with your realtor, see what their take on all of this is, but the demand is still here and inventory is limited and pricing hasn't run away. So to learn more about these statistics and really get into the meat of it, visit nar.realtor or icaar.org for those local stats. So heading into our 2026 Iowa legislative session wrap up, a lot of stuff going on. No surprise there, everything always changing. So the Iowa session just wrapped up in 2026 here. The bills that affect real estate, Megan, what are the top priorities there?
Yes. So I'd say the biggest thing that came out of this session overall is the large overhaul that happened to Iowa and how we handle our state property taxes. And so within that tax reform, there are certain pieces that affect real estate specifically. The first one I would say is the Homestead Tax Credit, right? So that has existed, the Homestead Tax Credit. They are transitioning that into an exemption. So now it will be based on the price of the home that you purchased, and it's scaled upwards.
Great. And these are all things that realtor members should be informed about, learning about, and passing that education on to your clients. There's also a first-time home buyer savings account. It's turning into the FirstHome Iowa Accounts, which is a tax-deductible savings account similar to a 529. That'll make saving for a down payment for our clients easier. Also, multi-residential properties. These properties have been redefined and put into their own tax category. ADU, Megan, what do we need to know about the ADU changes?
Yes, last year was the large ADU bill we put forward, which basically said that you are able to build an ADU just about anywhere in Iowa. We did some more clarifying on that language this year. So now it is a little more clear that, yes, unless you are in a particular HOA, unless you are in a particular historical district, local or counties cannot override, supersede that state law that, yes, you have a right to build an ADU.
Sure. That makes sense. A lot of hard work went into that ADU legislation. What realtor doesn't love HOAs and home inspections? So a few changes on those. Last year on the HOA piece, we passed a bill ensuring that HOA documents would be provided in a timely manner. We don't want that slowing any realtor members or clients' transaction. So this year, a little further clarification within the HOA is that if the HOA is charging a fee to access those documents from the HOA, it must be a reasonable and justifiable cost, meaning they can't just assign a number to it. They have to have a reason, whether it's accounting purposes or management purposes. But there's some clarification that went through this legislative session. The other thing would be home inspection. So sellers can still request only the parts of the inspections related to the repairs that they get from the buyer's remedy request. It clarifies some of the language in last year's inspection rules. Megan, if we want to learn more about these legislative recaps, where could we go?
Yes, head to the state's website, iowarealtors.com. They have tons of information about all of these that did pass.
Awesome. Educate yourself, realtors, and pass that information on to your clients. All right, Megan, we're going to talk about realtors in the community. Let's take a closer look on how realtors and ICAAR join forces to support the community. We have a special event coming up here soon. Tell us about it.
Yes, it is almost time for the annual YPN Bags Tournament. That's going to be Friday, May 29th at Big Grove here in Iowa City. So this is a very large fundraiser that YPN does. Each year they select a different beneficiary. This year, all proceeds raised are going to go to Team Breast Friends, which is a great charity organization in our local backyard. But yeah, we've got most of our sponsorships filled up, but there are a few ways that people can get involved still.
Yeah, so we have the option to play. You can actually sign up. We only have a few spots left. Teams, $100 per two. Play bags, you get a swag bag, there's some drinks and raffle tickets included, and just some great networking and fun that we have. We also have the ability for Realtor members to be an ACE level sponsor. Last day to sign up for that sponsorship is May 21st, and you can head to ICAAR.org to sign up. We'd also encourage everybody to wear one particular color. Pink. Team Breast Friends is a great organization local to our region, and it's not required, but we'd encourage you to wear pink in support of that organization. So 2026 Realtor Volunteer Days are coming up, and that runs from May 30th to June 7th. What's Realtor Volunteer Days?
Yes, so this is coordinated by NAR, so National Association of Realtors. And it's just a time for us to highlight that across the country, no matter where you go, realtors are good neighbors. You guys are highly involved in your community. So the Realtor Volunteer Days, that is 1 week from May 30th to June 7th, that we just encourage members to find a way to get involved, go volunteer during that week. And if you do, please send us a photo. We would love to highlight you.
Cool. And we can post that on social media and just like tag ICAAR?
That's perfect.
Awesome. You probably have seen maybe some offices do their own volunteer days. You might have seen some emails come through organizing regarding these dates. That's May 30th or June 7th. So get out there, provide some helpful value to the community in our area. So upcoming events and education, ICAAR's hosting a blood drive June 10th in our education room from 2 to 6 p.m. To register your time to give blood, go to ICAAR.org. New membership orientation is coming up. Megan, what do folks need to know, our Realtor members need to know about the upcoming new member orientation?
Yes, it's a little newer this year. We did bring it back in person. So if you are a new member or if someone in your office is a new member, we do want them to attend the next upcoming new member orientation. So if you didn't attend it in April, that next one is going to be on August 6th.
And our Realtor members who have attended the new member orientation are finding a lot of value being in person, being with other new agents. What have you seen from that, bringing it to in person?
Yeah, we had a really great response. So thank you to everyone who helped us get our members back in person, but really great response. Like you said, it's a great way to get your questions answered and just a very hands-on approach to every tool and resource available to you with your membership.
Great. And our RPAC Online Auction's coming up. Save the date, August 10th through 14th. Any teasers on auction items?
We do have a couple things coming through. I know every year the Webster, everyone likes to get their chef's table, so that will be back in. We had a donation come in today from our president, Jared Ruth. So I believe there will be a custom home painting option up there. So plenty of fun things to come. If you do have something on your heart that you would love to see in the auction, reach out to ICAAR in the next coming weeks and we'll see what we can do.
I know a lot of our realtors are contributing to RPAC, so why not get something with that contribution online auction August 10th through 14th. Also, one of my favorite events here at ICAAR is our ICAAR golf outing. Save the date and details to follow September 3rd. And what do we need to know about the upcoming inaugural in October?
Yes, we have a date, so please put it on your calendars. But Wednesday, October 7th will be our inaugural this year, and we will be at the Heights rooftop here in Iowa City.
That sounds like a lot of fun. April to May, CE opportunities. What classes are we offering?
Yes, so at the end of May, we will have our free annual law update and ethics available to members. That is sold out. So if you missed that opportunity, we do have fall and winter law and ethics dates available to register. Those will fill up too. So be ahead of the curve there. But then we're also having a 1-hour lunch and learn on in June, and that will be AI within RPR. So we know you guys know about RPR, Realtor Property Resource, as a tech tool available to you. They've done a ton of updates of like AI integration. So we're going to dive specifically into what you can do with AI within RPR.
Awesome. I really like the lunch and learns because I'm not too concerned about the continuing education credits, but it's more so being in person, being with my colleagues, and learning at the same time. So that's the lunch and learns are one of my favorite classes to attend.
They're easy, right?
Yeah. Head to ICAAR.org to register today. All right, Realtor members, spring is here and summer is fast approaching. So let's recap what we talked about today. We have events coming up like YPN Bag Tournament, which is
May 29th.
May 29th. We'll see y'all there. We have education, lunch and learn with AI and RPR. And then we have so many volunteering opportunities being recognized right now during the NAR REALTOR Volunteer Days. So to check it all out on ICAAR's website for our upcoming events, classes, and important information, head to icaar.org for all those details. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.